Hey everybody, this is Coach Alex, and this is the second video in the plate position, how to stand at the plate. And so this video is about how to hold your hands and where to hold the bat. Now, this is the kind of the intermediate beginner version of how to hold the bat. As you'll see in the advanced video, the exact right way to hold the bat can get pretty complicated, but at this level, for these kids, if they have their feet in the right spot, and if they have their hands in generally the right spot, then they'll be 99% of the way there, and that would be really good for this season. So the first thing that you'll want to go over with them well, first, Henry, check your feet. Get your feet in the right position. So he's laying his bat all the way down. He's putting his foot against the line. He's checking, yep. And now, he's got his feet about shoulder width apart. And so now the first thing is, you'll see with his hands, the hand for the arm that's closest to the pitcher, it goes on the bottom, and the back arm or the back hand goes on top. You'll see a lot of kids, they have these, their first, second season of baseball, they switch these. So that's the first thing that you got to check for, is they want this hand on the bottom, okay? And then the next thing we want them to have is, we don't want them to have their hands up here. We want them to take their hands and we want them to put it, see his shoulder right here? We want them to put their hands back behind their shoulder, okay? So that they're taking their hands and they're putting them back. They're not down here, they're not floating around. It's like right here for the shoulder and then back, okay? And that's really all there is. That's all there is to it. You want them to have their hands in the right position, and then you want to have, this hand on the bottom, this one on the top. Then you want their hands behind their shoulder. If your kid has a hard time with this, one coaching cue that may be helpful for them is just say, put your hands close to your ear, okay? And sometimes that gets them to put their hands right here. If you say put your hands back, they may not always really understand what that means. You can show them like I'm doing with Henry here, or you can say to them, put your hands close to your ear, and see if that helps them. But you'll really want to see what works best for your own kid. Now, something you should not do is say, put your elbow up. I know this is like a classic thing that everybody says. There's nothing necessarily wrong with putting your elbow up, but for some kids, the shape of their arm, it doesn't actually make sense for them to really focus on putting their elbow up. They should really focus more on having their hands back. So that's it for the intermediate. Make sure they're holding the bat the right way here, and then make sure their hands are back. And don't focus on where their elbow is. Their elbow can be down, their elbow can be way up, and they can still have a really good swing. So that's it for the intermediate batting stance.